When I decided to run for this seat, there was another woman who told me, no, don't do it. And I thought, but isn't that what women are being told all the time? Don't do it, wait for our turn. I think you just get to a point where you stop waiting for somebody else to do it and say, why not me? I'll tell you, there's really probably nothing more fierce than a mother that's standing up, fighting for a mission to protect the legacy of her child and people that I live among every day. Jordan was such an easy child to raise. He was so much fun. He was very active, wanted to know about everything. And he would say, Mom, who do you think I am? And I would say, well, Jordan, I see you among people. I don't see you sitting behind a desk. I see you as an activist or someone championing for a cause. And the thing about it is that I have become the very thing that I was speaking over my child, which is pretty profound for me. I was just a suburban mother raising my son Jordan when he was unnecessarily killed in Jacksonville simply for playing loud music in his car.
Oh my God, somebody's shooting!
And I started speaking out, asking the very hard questions. Why did this kind of tragedy happen? The gun culture has become so extremist that there are no safe spaces anymore. I began to notice a pattern of behavior. Again, I would go in and I'd sit down and I'd tell my story, talk about who I was, and our legislators would say, oh, Mrs. McBath, I'm so sorry for your loss, and we offer you our deepest condolences, but the politics just aren't there yet. And that was very devastating to me. That was just as devastating as the night that I heard from Jordan's father that he had been murdered. And then Parkland happened. Those children were the same age as Jordan when he was murdered. I come from a family that's steeped in the civil rights movement. My parents were both civil rights leaders. I grew up marching in the rallies with my parents. So I was evolving politically, growing politically, and always very aware of what was happening around me, presidential elections. I would volunteer on campaigns. So this is really just a part of my DNA. I think this is just who I always was, but there was a sense of dormancy. It was laying dormant until Jordan was murdered. And then all of my life experiences have culminated into the person that I've become now. I'm also a 2-time breast cancer survivor. I actually did have to go through therapy and, the diagnosis and lumpectomies and taking the drugs and all of those things to get well. But what I recognized is that, I was really grateful that I had access to affordable health care. So this is a very critical issue that I want to make sure that women are able to thrive and have access to the health care that they deserve. Not just reproductive health care, but health care for any health crisis they may ever be posed with. This is the time to stand up. Clinching the nomination was surreal because I was considered the dark horse. I jumped into the race last. I didn't have nearly the resources as the other candidates. I was the only female, and I was a minority female. I recognized that I had the ability to make more impact in Washington because people in my district, people in Georgia, are very concerned about the nature of gun violence. I have the ability to speak great credibility to those issues because they have been my own reality. Minority women have been, the backbone of the country. And our experiences give great credibility to what's possible for our young women and little girls that we're raising. Women, we're so much the center of our homes and our communities doing work actively. We're well capable. And what I want to say to any woman, you know enough. You're good enough. You have enough. You have enough of what it takes to win. Just believe in yourself.